Hey everyone, it's Chris Clark with DiscGolf.Law, back to you today to talk about the PDGA rules. Let's talk about casual obstacles. What are they, and what objects are you allowed to move, and which ones must stay? Section 803 of the rules has some answers. Casual obstacles are loose items on the playing surface that are not part of the course. Loose leaves and sticks are casual obstacles, but shrubs and picnic tables are not. If you want to move a casual obstacle, some part of it must be behind the front of your lie. You can move this branch because part of it is behind the lie, but not this one, even if you want to step putt into the area where the obstacle is. Now, what about this branch? It's loose and behind your lie. Can you move it? Unfortunately not. Since the disconnected branch is not touching the playing surface, it is to be treated as part of the course and cannot be moved. These same rules apply to any type of object. If a spider web is blocking your line to the basket, you can only move it if some of it is on the playing surface behind the front of your lie. If it's only in your flight path and it doesn't touch the ground, it cannot be moved. So what about this branch? Surely it's way too big to be considered a casual obstacle, right? Well, actually there is no limit on the size of casual obstacles. As long as you can physically move it within your 30 seconds and it meets the other requirements of a casual obstacle, you are allowed to clear it from your lie. Okay, what about interference? You'll most likely never be in a situation where you would need to reference section 810 of the rule book, but knowing what to do when your disc is interfered with could make a big difference in your score. If you throw a disc and it comes to rest, even if the disc moves later on because of water or the wind or another disc, the position of your lie is still where the disc first landed as agreed by the group. However, if your disc is intentionally interfered with during its flight, you can choose to either play from the first point at which the disc was interfered with, or return to your previous lie and abandon the throw with no penalty. If you've played enough PDGA sanctioned events, you've probably had a card mate or two with bad disc golf etiquette. But exactly what type of behavior does the PDGA rulebook prohibit? And at what point is it the card's responsibility to call a violation? The rules explicitly prohibit doing anything that is distracting or unsportsmanlike, a blanket prohibition, but they go ahead and list some examples. Shouting, cursing, moving, or talking while someone is throwing, advancing beyond the away player, littering, and allowing smoke to disturb other players. Let's talk about water. There are a lot of misunderstandings about how you treat water on the course. At some tournaments, they allow you to take relief from casual obstacles. The most common situation is casual water. You can avoid standing in by taking relief backwards along the line of play. So, do you get relief from this water? What about this water? Actually, no. The PDGA explicitly says casual water as it's commonly understood in its liquid form. The rules do not grant casual relief from snow, ice, or even steam if you should encounter it. So what happens when there is a misplay? The rulebook lists many different types of misplay, each with their own specific remedies. If a round has been completed and the player has neglected to play one or more holes, this is known as an omitted hole, and the player receives a score of par +4 on each unplayed hole. If the player has begun play in a group other than the one to which they were assigned, the player must find their assigned group and begin play with that group. Any throws made by a player in the wrong group are disregarded. The player is only subject to penalties for being absent from their assigned group, but none for the disregarded throws. If a group has begun play on a hole other than the one to which they were assigned, and if any player in the group makes more than one throw on the hole, the entire group has misplayed the hole. The group completes the hole, and each player adds 2 penalty throws to their score for the hole. Otherwise, the players who have made a single throw each receive 1 penalty throw. The group then proceeds to the correct hole to begin their round. I hope you found our analysis of some of these rules interesting. We're going to be taking a look at other rules here in the near future, but in the meantime, let us know if you think we got these right, or did we miss something? A lot of these have some subtle nuances to them that, can make interpretation difficult. Please leave us a comment and like and subscribe. Thanks as always for watching.